The Honourable Musliman.
Mr. Deputy President, right now a revolution is unfolding in Lebanon. Hundreds of thousands of Lebanese have hit the streets in protest. People of all ages, all faiths and all political persuasions from right across the country rallying against endless abuse of power by those sitting at the helm. Ever since independence in 1941, the Lebanese people have been crushed and cursed by a French colonialist-designed sectarian political system, one that is rotten and corrupt to the core, a system designed to maintain divisions amongst the country's religious groups, keeping the country in perpetual crisis. A policy approach that former French and British colonialist powers replicated throughout the Arab world, endlessly pitting citizens against one another along sectarian lines. The Lebanese people, Mr. Deputy President, have finally hit a dead end. They have had enough. The only way out of their dilemma is to revolt. They simply cannot salvage any aspect of the current system. It needed to be completely uprooted, then cremated and buried in a 7-metre deep hole in the ground. Sectarianism had choked the Lebanese people to death, while further empowering sectarian political warlords, their political parties, their MPs and their petty cronies and thugs. Enraged by rampant corruption, the people erupted in unison against a system that has impoverished and robbed them even of their dignity. A system that has corrupted government and allowed for aggressive privatisation of all state assets, destroyed the economy and ruined the environment. They've milked the country dry and are now sharpening their teeth for a slice of Lebanon's gas and oil revenue. For over 80 years, the political elite, the bourgeois and the religious order had gutted the Lebanese political system. With high unemployment and rapidly rising cost of living, together with ballooning deficit and public debt, the stench of garbage and corruption, the Lebanese people could no longer tolerate the indignity of a life in poverty. With their dignities crushed, there was little else to lose. So they shrugged off long-ingrained sectarian and religious prejudices and transgressed all forms of social and political affiliations and rallied in unity, first and foremost as citizens of Lebanon. I'm heartened and proud to see them come together, irrespective of political affiliation, sect or religion, in Australia and all over the world, and from right across Lebanon, all in one voice, condemning corruption and demanding equality under the law. I'm particularly proud of the people of Tripoli and Elminia, Panin here and in Lebanon. Tripoli, a city known for its openness, and a people with a strong sense of unity and solidarity with Arab peoples across the world, but first and foremost with the Palestinian people. I was similarly proud to see villagers in southern Lebanon revolt as they did in my birthplace village of Konin in southern Lebanon, where the villagers continue to struggle to this date against oppressive early 20th century feudal lords backed by thugs in authority. In Binjbail, in Sidon, in Tyre, in the mountains of Shuf, and Zahla, and Akkar, and Baalbek, and Bsheri, and Hermela, Brun, Al-Batroun, and everywhere else across the country, I honour them. In an attempt to appease the protesters, Prime Minister Hariri and his partners in authority proposed a package of economic reform, but that was quickly dismissed for falling short of their demands. In so doing, they've reaffirmed their demand for an interim government that would establish the ground rules for a secular political system free from an elite long riddled with corruption, cronyism and patronage. To stand in the face of entrenched political parties led by powerful warlords well versed in tactics of thuggery while remaining alert to harmful foreign interference in internal agendas is a big ask. But to date, they've met the challenge. So I salute them for having the courage to stand up, united against sectarianism, corruption and poverty, and oppressive authority of thugs who have for decades trashed and trampled over people. As an Australian of Lebanese ancestry and as the co-chair of the Parliamentary Friends of Lebanon, I stand proud of the Lebanese people, their peaceful protests, and concur with their rightful demands for a corruption and sectarian-free secular system, but call on them to stay peaceful, stay the course, remain alert and focused.
Thank you. The motion is that